business. I know Gary has a black Collier. Oh, look. Rick Rollins. Rick is actually going to be vending at the well, and I hope you can come, Gary. He's going to bring. Have you been to Ricardo's yet, Gary?
Yeah.
I had hoped you had.
I have.
So Rick Rollins, that's your client. Yes, Rick is actually coming on because he will be at the well at our B2B blender, Dr. Sally Stone. And I wanted him to, when Gary signs off, to let
that's awesome.
When he comes and what he's bringing. Now, Gary is a bow tie guy too. He has some really, really nice bow ties and ties. I like a gentleman with a bow tie. It's just so distinguished to me.
I do too. I must admit.
Love that bow tie. I don't know what it is, but I love a bow tie. So Rick is putting together our gift that we're going to give away, one of our giveaways at the well on the 30th. I'll get back with Gary.
Nice. I love it.
That's the best up. Gary can't win it because he can afford it.
Well, I get to enter the win, don't I?
I don't think either one of us can enter the win because we're putting on the event.
Well, listen. I think you need to be a part of the opportunity to win.
All right, let's see. Let me check in with our Ntouch News. Are we ready? We start at 12:31. Ready to go. All right. Rick, I need you to focus.
I am. I'm trying to get this other light on. You know how I am about lighting.
Get ready.
Recording in progress.
Get ready. It's Let's Talk Business with Cheryl J. DeCrusoe. Get ready. So happy to be here for the 4th hour of our show. It's National Black Business Month. And for years, we've been championing the theme, the power of 31. And for years, August brings us 31 days, the power of we 31. Share 31 ways that you may spend 31 plus dollars with a Black-owned that you may spend. Super excited to have as guests on our show, and they've all been guests before. Super excited to have Dr. Sally Stone, my co-host for National Black Business Month, culminating at the well Dr. Sally Stone on Wednesday, August 30th, and exactly 1 week from today. We have decided to invite, and he accepted our invitation, no stranger to Let's Talk Business, Mr. Gary T. Hartfeld. Welcome back to the show.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It is a delight to be here with you.
It is, and it's our pleasure because Gary has 101 things on his agenda today. As you can see, he's navigating the highways, but thought enough to say, yes, Cheryl, I'll be there to chat with you and Dr. Sally Stone. And Dr. Stone, you two have met. He's been over there at the well.
Yes.
So I know you are super excited.
Yes.
But listen, guys, let's do this. On a flat, let's see, flat B, on the count of 3. Happy birthday to Gary. The Stevie Wonder version. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
That sounded good.
Wow, I love it. Y'all sound really nice.
He's really being kind to us today.
No, I think we sound really good. You had the soprano and alto.
Well, girl, see, we already wrong because I'm alto. Look at Rick. Rick is cracking up over there. That's the beauty of our show. To those of you who are tuning in on Ntouch News, YouTube, I know we are going live on my Facebook page. We will share the link. Thank you for taking your lunch break with us. We really do appreciate your support. Now, we want to talk about the man, the mogul, and his mission. He has a lot going on with his life and in his life. But Ricky, let's put the tag for there's an article with Forbes magazine. There's also an article with Tampa Bay Business Journal that really gets into who this man is all about. But Rick Rollins, he was on our show and we talked a lot about that. We spent a lot of time talking about his book, Stand. That's exactly what it means. Stand.
Yeah.
He'll come back and share a little bit with us. But I just happen to know, oh yeah, Gary, you were at the Onyx reception before the pandemic. Yeah, you were part of the panelists. I remember that too. And then you came back and you were Onyx Man of the Year. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Accolades to this humble man. One of my favorites because I was blessed, and Rick, I was the gala chair, the inaugural gala chair for the ML King Gala. Rick served on my committee, and for 2 years, we raised a truckload of money for scholarships. Did we not, Rick?
You did.
Rick Rollins?
You definitely did.
That
We
sounds like
created
something we need
those
to bring back.
boards.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sally.
No, I said that sounds like something that we need to bring back.
Oh, it is. It comes back every year. We just said we would chair it in five, give us 5 more years and we come back.
Oh, it's
As a
in
result
it's
of
in
that,
Tampa.
We wanted to be able to not only give scholarships for on behalf of the ML King Foundation, we worked diligently to raise money, not 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think the first year we did 11. So whoop. And the first year we did 3, the second year we did 11. Let me correct that. We created with the ML King Parade Foundation different types of community awards. Gary was the recipient of the ML King Heroes Award. Again,
Yeah.
so proud of you. Now you turned all of that, as you would probably call social capitalism. That's the article in Forbes magazine. Since then, you've created one of my favorites, The Refinery.
Yeah.
If you have not attended The Refinery, you're missing a treat. Sally, make a note. We're coming to the well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We're
Already
putting it out there,
definitely
Gary.
noted.
We're coming to the well.
All right. I love it. I love it.
I'll
We've
rephrase
kind
that.
of talked a little
Gary
bit about
is
that.
coming to the well with The Refinery. We'll just be one of the VIP tables.
Well, we need it. We need it. We need it. And I think that that is an amazing opportunity for the extension of the I-4 corridor into Lakeland. And I just think what you're doing, Mr. Gary, is amazing. So yes, absolutely, 100%. We touched on it. We just need to leave with a date.
Well, before you jump ahead, let's let Gary tell us. Gary has 2 events coming up, and if his schedule permits, he'll come and join
Absolutely.
us on the 30th at the well. But Gary, what would you like our radio listening audience to know about what's next for you? Or better yet, what are you doing right now? Whether it's the All Heart Foundation, congratulations on that. I love it. What's happening in the All Heart Foundation, Gary?
So with the All Heart Foundation, the next thing that we will be hosting is a seminar for the community that speaks to developing business credit. We wanted to really just emphasize this opportunity to talk to individuals and entrepreneurs about the need to leverage business credit as you grow in your business, as you think about, you aspire to starting a business. Doing so with your personal credit will have hindrances, and it will have negative overall effects on you long term. So we want to make sure that individuals understand how to build business credit, what it is, and then how to leverage that to really grow the business and free up your personal credit to do things for your family and for yourself. So we will be facilitating that seminar next week at the Collaborative Center here in Tampa. And I believe that's on the 29th. And we look forward to everyone coming out and being a part of that with us.
You're absolutely right. It is on the 29th. I am already registered for it. And I'm really hoping, because you can tell us who your sponsor is. I know who you're in partnership with. And Ricky, if you can put that's the, I think it's leveraging your credit for business.
Yep,
That's a great conversation. Leveraging the power of credit. We're showing that now to our radio listening audience. And
Okay.
Rick and Sally, you all may be able to attest to this, because we are all entrepreneurs. And I'll be the first one to tell you, when I opened my business, I did not have any support from any banking institution. I will not advise that today. And that's why seminars, I really call them, the one that you're doing now, and when we talk about the refinery, to me, those are master classes, because the caliber of experts that you bring to us, sometimes free, sometimes very affordable, we would not otherwise be exposed to the information that they're disseminating out to the masses. It's as if, though, we know you care about small businesses. Right. All of us are small business owners. Rick, how did you start your business?
When we started the Style Lab, I borrowed money from a dear friend of mine, because what I'd been told I needed ended up being half of what I needed. So I called that morning and said, hey, can you? And fortunately, she could. And so that was that. When it came to transitioning into Ricardo's, luckily, there was a check that showed up in the mail.
Ooh.
Yeah. And and so we came, well, it wasn't even Ricardo's. We started Masked in Style because we were coming out of the pandemic. So I created a kiosk, one of 4 kiosks at this mall and at Tyrone Square Mall, where people could buy masks. And we had the artisan mask as well as PPE. We had all of that, and it did really well. I think that the mall was surprised, because the mall, when I came to the mall, I came to talk to them about opening Ricardo's. When it did not happen because of the pandemic, they said, we have an idea. And I said, I have an idea. But when I walked in, I was wearing a suit, and my suit and my mask matched. And they said, we don't even need to talk. Let me just show you where the space is. And all we're asking, instead of rent, we're asking you to give us 10%. Well, that was the best thing they could have done, because they were on the winning side of that. So 4 months in, let's see, well, that was May, 3 months in, 2 months in, they came back and said the people that wanted the space that I'm in now had opted out of the space, and said that they were afraid in the pandemic. Well, the book, as Steve Marshall used to say, one of my favorite books that I read, says that, that there's no failure, that there's nothing impossible. That's right. For him, and that there is no fear, that we can't have fear. So they said, do you want to? I said, yes. I said, how much do I need? And they said, this is what you need. In 15 minutes, I'd gone to my bank, came back with the check, and said, here you go. And a month later, we were open. In fact, Rick, and we'll let you delve a little further into that. But how would you have benefited from a workshop that's getting ready to happen on the 29th? Leveraging the power of credit. He would have told me never to use my own money like I did. I think about that money all the time, and miss it, but I think that's the thing. When you don't have people that are talking to you in that capacity, absolutely, you don't know what to do. And I had a business advisor, but I didn't even tell him, because I knew he was going to tell me not to use that money. And I was like, this business is going to open. So, but I would do it differently now. You would do it differently. So that being said, Gary, for this particular series on leveraging the power of credit, why do you decide to go in this direction? You could have decided to give us information on branding your business, understanding the balcony of expertise and business people that you should have in your business, a CPA, an attorney, a financial advisor, a banker. I'm loving that you're starting, but why did you start with this particular subject, leveraging the power of credit?
So, Cheryl, I appreciate the question. The idea is really to make sure that individuals and entrepreneurs, no matter where you are in the business life cycle, that you have the right tools in your toolbox. I want to make sure that the work that we do empower people to go to the next level, whatever that is for them. They can reach into their toolbox, hopefully with some of the tools that we're providing for them, and go to the next level. What we've done in the past, we started out with our partner, Chase Bank, and we spoke to maybe about 4 months ago, we spoke to the issue of finance and developing relationships with your bank. And an integral part of that is social capital. And then we followed that up with CEO Mastery, in which I facilitated along with some of my close friends, to include Donnie Bravo, Julius Davis with Vote Air, and Denise German and we talked about our CEO experience and some of the best practices. So the power of leveraging credit is the next iteration that we wanted to bring to the community. The idea of leveraging credit is so important. As I think back over 20 plus years in my entrepreneurial walk and journey, if I had known starting out how to leverage business credit, my ability to take the business to the next level on a more expedited route may have been greatly accelerated. However, it afforded me an opportunity to learn. So I think in every opportunity, we look at it as a learning lesson, and we fall forward, and we keep moving forward.
I like that. And since you're a guest on our show, let me also say, because I know you played a pivotal role, congratulations. We talked about it last week with Jeanette DVJ Howard Smith and a little bit with DJ CEO, but congratulations on the Kappa Conclave to have.
Yeah.
That was just overwhelming.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I was just waiting for you all to take the river race or Princeton.
Absolutely. It was
amazing.
Phenomenal to have the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I am a life member, and one of the phenomenal things that we did, we were able to celebrate the Skill Center, which is going to be a pivotal movement here in the East Tampa community to help with jobs, to help with economic empowerment, to help our students and their families. So our organization, the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, we invested $80,000 into the Skill Center to help with programming and after-school reach out initiatives. So that was one of the tremendous things that we did, among others. And this conclave was the second largest outside of our centennial celebration for the fraternity. So to the Tampa community, thank you for your support, and to the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, tremendous job, and we'll continue to work in spite of the political climate in Florida. The brothers, the families, the supporters of the fraternity showed up, and that just says, from a political standpoint, that the community has a lot more work to do. Sure,
it does.
I agree, and
I wanted to segue to you, Dr. Sally Stone. We've been talking about leveraging the power of credit. We have Gary on for just a few more minutes because he's doing what he does best. He always talks about what he loves to do is educate, inspire, motivate, and he does that well, empower others. And that's what we've been talking about. We do want to hear a little bit about the refinery and what's coming down the pipeline, and we will tag and include that information in our thank you post, Gary. But I wanted Dr. Sally Stone to talk a little bit about the importance of your topic, leveraging the power of credit, with what she had to go through to get this phenomenal place that we are going to be celebrating in next week. Dr. Sally Stone?
Absolutely. And I'm just taking in all of the powerful information and just just the synergy and energy that is currently here in this podcast and vlog is amazing. And so I just get excited and passionate when I start hearing stories, because really the story is the motivation. The story is the inspiration. And we all know that we all kind of come from that position of, being surrounded by fire. But I tell people often, the fires that surround me can never be more powerful than the passionate fire that I have on the inside of me. And so when I hear you talk about, this business was going to take place, we often have to use that sacrifice of this is what is going to get done. And I just believe God sees that. And if we can stay in it and stay focused and stay true to our mission, that it all works out well. And so I'm just inspired by the both of you. And of course, anytime you start talking about the red and the white, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated has to step up and take note. And so it is very, I'm thinking about, as we talk, how many connects that could be made between Tampa and Lakeland. And I'll tell you just straight up, I am an advocate for Polk County, for Lakeland, and Polk County extended all the way to the line on Osceola and all the way over on the Tampa side, because Lakeland is that space. Polk County is that space that needs to benefit from the awesome entrepreneurs and the businesses. And there are quite a few in Lakeland, mine being one of them. But what I like to share most often is that my model, my business plan is to support small businesses so they can be successful. And so what we do is we come alongside, we wrap our arms around with the resources. If you were to just envision what a well does in any community, the well is where people gather. It's where they came to do business. It's where they came to exchange ideas. It's to make deals, to barter, to do all those things. And in our community, specifically talking about the underserved, the underrepresented, the African-American community, there is such a need for us to take all of our resources, which is why I'm so thankful and grateful that Cheryl thought it not robbery to reach out and to partner and collaborate with the well. And we've been doing that since last year. When the well came on board in January of 2022, we were just poised with an opportunity that I believe that was purposed for specifically for us. And that is to be a public-private partnership. We are an entity of the City of Lakeland's Office of Economic Development under their community redevelopment agency. And what that the short of it is that it is an opportunity to build communities that have traditionally been blighted, to bring a level of financial viability into areas that have often been overlooked and underserved. And so the well sits on the corner of Parker and Tennessee, and we like to think that we are a beacon. We like to think that we are that call to all our organizations, nonprofits, entrepreneurs, intrapreneurs, solopreneurs, mompreneurs, whatever preneur you happen to be. We want to collaborate with you. We want to bring that level of expertise that Gary talked about. Right now, because I am, due to circumstances beyond my control, I am working from home today, but at the well is Suncoast Bank, your bankability, being presented by Ms. Galing with Suncoast Bank, and they have been an avid partner for the well and the mission and purpose of the well, and we want to see even more. I'm not hesitant to say, as those who call me aggressive, some call me a mad Black female, call me whatever you want, but I have no problem going after what I think is going to benefit my community and my people. So I'm putting a call out to the refinery, to Mr. Rollins and his organization, and what you do to ensure that if people can see your setup, and I'm just seeing the background, it's amazing.
It is.
I do believe, and I'll end with this, we have every piece of the puzzle that we need to not only be successful, but to exceed all expectations of those who have tried to oppress and suppress the excellence that we bring to the table. And I'm determined to ensure that it happens. And whatever means necessary, by any means necessary, but mostly through the collaboration and connection of us coming together. I just can't imagine why or how we would not be successful. So yes, the city has promoted. We have not purchased our building. That's what we are in the process of doing. We're working with some great collaborators, BBIC, Black Business Investment Corp, Black Business Investment Fund, many other organizations that are coming on board to support and help us in our mission. SunTrust Bank, TD Banks, Fifth Third Banks. I have to shout them all out. You said, because these are groups that have support in their CRA or in their coffers that can help us. So I just believe it's a matter of time. And I'm looking forward to the collaborations. Never give an educator a microphone and a platform.
Never give an educator or a podcast.
I tell people up front, I am 30 years as a principal. I started a school, I founded a school, so bringing all those pieces together, my background in entertainment, for most people that know, I came from the DC area where I worked at BET.
Well, Dr. Sally Stone, we're going to have to let Gary come in and close us out because he is actually headed to speak to another organization. And we'll finish back up with Dr. Sally Stone talking about the well. But back to you, Gary, again, while I have a second, let me say thank you for enlightening us about more of what you are involved with and how you are really impacting our community. Sally will come back and tell you the well is all about creating, collaborating, connecting, and celebrating. And so we're celebrating you with all that you are doing for us. But let us have your final thoughts. Where do you want the people to be? 2 events coming up.
Yes. So again, thank you, Dr. Stone, for your impassioned plea, for Brother Rick, for the great work that you're doing in the community. And certainly thank you, Cheryl, for always being an inspiration. Tuesday, August 29th, we have, leveraging the power of credit at the Collaborative Center here in Tampa. And then Friday, September 29th, we have the Refinery Exchange, and we're focusing on mental wellness in the Black community. So we want to make sure that with all of our events, that the entire community know that they are invited, that they are welcome, and that it's a safe space to have an intelligent conversation, because indeed, that's how we move our community forward. Our partners are Florida Blue for the Refinery Exchange in September. Chase Bank and others will be lining up as far as partners, and we'll release that information as it's made available. We have a great group of panelists that we'll be sharing with you as well. So we're looking forward to, again, just engaging the community, continuing to supply tools for the toolbox, and hoping that, in some small way, we can help make a difference. Malcolm X once said that it only takes a single grain of sand, Cheryl, to move the world. I want to be that one single grain of sand.
Thank you for that message. And thank you for that quote from Malcolm X, because I ditto that sand. We've got a speck of sand coming from Dr. Sally Stone and Rick at Ricardo's. Thank you. Much success on your speaking engagement that you're headed to. We'll give you a moment to sign off. We have both your flyers up. We'll put the link so that others can register if registration is still allowed. Yes. And Dr. Sally, let me invite you to be a guest at my table at the Refinery coming up in September. I know you have a lot going on, but it's the 23rd, so check your calendar today.
29th.
Oh, excuse me, the 29th. Today is the 23rd, the 29th. And if you are available, we would love for you to be one of our personal guests. Again, thank you, Gary. Have an amazing day today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. See you, everyone.
And as he exits to go to his next meeting where he will be speaking, Dr. Sally Stone, let's come back and let's talk about National Black Business Month, which we've kicked off it really culminated in the Tampa Bay area, 3 years over at 5508. Rick Rollins, do you remember the first year we did the Power of 31?
I do.
We had a hurricane that was coming down the pipeline.
And we had
at the 11th hour. I remember the CEO and executive director said, what do you all want to do? People were already coming in, and we said, we best postpone. We did, disseminated the information out. But do you know, at that time, we had the Open Cafe. Folk knew the Open Cafe was preparing for a lot of meals for the people that were coming on campus. And Dr. Sally Stone, people started reaching out to us on Facebook. We were on campus, mind you. And they said, we're coming anyway. Will the food still be there? And she sold out. I'll never forget, Ricky Williams, who's may he rest in heaven, was inside of our co-working space and said, I'm buying dinners for everybody at my table. Sold out. People came out. We could have weathered it, but we had to be cautious and listen to the experts. So we postponed it to the very next week. And the community came out with their $31+ spending them at Rick's place. We was on the campus, but he was over there off of the courtyard. And I'll never forget, we ended it at 3:31. And at that time, State Representative Edna Rain said, I gotta make it. He said, I'm coming in here to spend my money. And he went straight over to the Style Lab. And that's where he spent his money. And Dr. V and all of us, we closed out the Power of 31. Dr. Sally Stone, we actually had people driving up to the businesses saying, I can't stay, but I just want to leave you my money. Knocked on my office door. I wasn't in there, and told my people, I want to leave money, spend it anywhere you can with one of these businesses. And then we had another supporter that said, I want to give every business out here. We had 31 businesses, and we had 31 businesses. And he said, I want to give every single one of them $31. He said, now you go get the money orders and give it to them. But that's just an amazing, it's just an amazing thing. So we're thankful that we now have the East-West I-4 corridor collaborations with the Well. We've been meeting with you on 5th Wednesdays, and that's what's coming up. 5th Wednesday is August the 30th. We normally would host our events on the 31st. So we are, for those who are listening, please come out and support. Whether you're in Lakeland or in Tampa, make the drive to come and learn about the businesses that will be there. And Dr. Sally, what was your feelings from last year's The Power of 31 at the Well?
It was really a enriching opportunity to see so many businesses that reflect our community come together, and to have the opportunity for those businesses to connect and collaborate and make, bonds and friends. And because when it all boils down to it, and we have such a great, I believe, responsibilities as entrepreneurs and business owners to help build and lift those that are wanting to come into the arena, because it's not easy, as I've heard and I've listened. And sometimes people see the outer face, they see our big building and they think we own the block. I was gonna say they think we own the cattle on 1,000 hills, but we do own that because it belongs to our Father. That's so right. I mean, let me make that part clear. But sometimes people mistake what you've been able to build and to sustain and to grow from the actuality of the challenges that are there. And so my goal, my passion is to be able to open up the resources that are available, to tap into those. And the way that we do that is bringing us together in Lakeland and Plant City and Tampa, across the I-4 corridor. Because if we understand the research and we follow the dollar, we do become aware that this area in Florida is the fastest growing area, not just in Florida, but in the United States. And if we
Absolutely.
are not careful, we are going to miss out on the opportunities that are available to us to be able to tap those resources, grants, micro loans, business lines of credits, procurement opportunities. And so that's really what I think my excitement is around, bringing people to the table, having connections. Sure, I'll give you your credit, give you your flowers, because they are due to you. What you've been able to do to make those connections and bring people together, it's phenomenal. And I applaud you for it. And, I thank God for you and your mission. And here's the key, and I'll hush with that. People hear about the accolades and the things you've done. They see your beautiful face. They hear you on the radio. They don't know the story. They don't know behind the scenes what's taking place. I know just a tiny bit that you've shared with me. But, I think that if we all pull together and we all utilize what we have, and it's not always dollars. Sometimes it's a connection. Sometimes it's just a word that someone says, hey, this is how I did it. Or let me connect you with this bank because they're favorable for people in our community. So there's just so much that we can do. And I just want to be a part of making it happen. I don't have to be in the spotlight. I don't need to be, but I can. Let's, make that part known. But at the end of the day, I want to be a part of a movement that's taking place, which means that, Black Wall Street was not a myth. It was a reality.
It was,
many of the things that we've been able to accomplish as a people were done because people sweat and tears, and the mission being bigger than the individual themselves. So
you are so right and so true in everything that you've said. And I'm so thankful, and thank you for all of your amazing compliments. I do know, and I stand by, of whom much is given, much is required.
absolutely.
The doors that are open and opening, those are things that are happening beyond my control. The big book, the best book, the #1 bestseller is where I get my strength from, the Lord Jesus Christ. And that being said, the well, you can go to the best book, the #1 book, and find out the significance and the importance of the well. We actually have kindred spirits, and we connect from day one.
Say that again.
Sally Stone, just so that you know, we also have a preacher on the podcast as well.
Look, I
You talk about giving you a mic.
Coming for
We got to be careful with the preacher and giving him a mic.
No. I say unmuzzle the ox.
But this is what I unmuzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn.
But no, as I was saying, every time you said the well, for me, lives are changed at the well. And that's one of the reasons that you have been commissioned to do this, Doc, is because you have watched lives change over and over again. And so, as you said earlier, to him much is given. This is your calling. Lakeland needed a you. Kelvin McCree was telling me about you long before any of you. Kelvin's one of my best friends.
I love him. Him.
And so he and Yvette have been my friends for years. And so when you kept saying the well today, I kept hearing that lives are changed at the well. It's so important, because we as a people have done business by any means necessary for far too long.
That's right.
There needs to be some people that will say, hey, let's put you on a path that you won't get knocked off of. Because oftentimes folks get knocked off that path because they're doing it because nobody showed them the way to do it.
That's right.
And, like you said, I wish I had that check back, but that check is done it's what it's supposed to do.
That's
but
right.
I just want to encourage you, as with Cheryl, that one of the things I love about my sis is that she's never been selfish.
No, she is not.
Self-aggrandizing. Cheryl wants to see everyone succeed.
Win.
TSI, Black Pages, to Casso and Associates. It's all about making everyone a winner. And I think that in our community, we've seen what crabs in a barrel do.
Ooh.
Cheryl broke the barrel and let the
Okay.
crabs go.
Let them
and-
go.
and use the wood to create fire under the lives of those people who wanted to really do something. So
Come on now.
I'm excited. I can't wait to spend time with you all next week. And I'm glad you invited me, Cheryl. And so I will also say to you that we'll be doing some taping so that we can air some of this on Going Places next week as well.
Love it.
Yeah, so we'll be busy.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
Sit tight, Rick. So Dr. Sally Stone, that is just, I love it. Lives are changing at the well. You can add that to what else you're
Tagline.
doing at the well.
Absolutely.
To our radio listening audience, Rick is going to talk about what he's bringing to the well for the B2B blender. I don't think he'll be able to come for the lunch and learn, right, Rick? You'll be there for the evening session?
I'll be there all day.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Sally, we may have to tell the community to come over and check out what he has if he's going to be there all day.
Come get
I
the
love it.
word. Come get the message. Come
But then I'll skip.
come
So
soak
this
up.
bag,
Yeah.
Rick has this bag in his hand. Some
So,
blessed person
this is
is going to
one of
receive this gift.
No, this is one of three. We're going to
Ooh.
do three gifts that people will receive. Cheryl, we talked about saying what was in here. Each of the bags will be identical, but at the same time, the value of this bag exceeds $250.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Thank you. And you're bringing 3 of them?
Yes.
I love it. Love it. Love
Y'all
it.
know what
love
the
it.
Trinity, that's all I gotta say.
That's why
Listen, so this is what's happening, Rick. This is what's going to happen. We last year we did 3 events. We did the show, our podcast, Let's Talk Business with SJC, and we had our guests there. And Larry Mitchell, Esquire, pharmacist, founder of New Life Outreach Ministries, he actually painted a picture, Dr. Sally Stone, about the funding that's available on the I-4 corridor. And we as a people, as business owners, really need to wake up and make sure that we're tapping into those resources.
That's it.
But we decided, because of the well, instead of us having the podcast in their studio and the lunch and learn in their main event center, we're merging them together so that both of us can participate and not be separated from the lunch and learn.
That's
So
right.
at the lunch and learn, we'll just be facilitators, but you're going to hear from, and this is why connecting is so important. I don't think it was the Power of 31. It was another event, Sally, we had at the well, and I invited a friend and colleague of mine, Ernest Pender. He fell in love. This is a great story with the well. He also met Rodney Jones and Sydney Moore, became a client of theirs. He said, how can I do business at the well? And I said, there will be great opportunities coming up. Let's attend some of the events and see what will be a good fit for your organization. He is also my lifelong friend and advertiser of DSI Black Pages. When I told him about what we were doing at the well, he is one of our title sponsors, Coming to the Well. And Ricky, if you will put that flyer back up. So we have Ernest Pender III from EA Pender and Associates. He's our financier. We have Ann Thompson. She's our realtor. We have Rolanda McDuffie, CPA. We have Larry Mitchell, attorney. Jeanette Diva J. Howard Smith, marketing. Keisha Pickett, PR. We wanted those individuals to come and share with our radio listening audience and as well the guests at the Lunch and Learn. When you are thinking about opening a business, you need to check in with our experts. So you won't have to do like Rick and I when you first opened up your business and take your family's savings to make it happen because that was your dream. They will be there. Also coming, we have the support of MedCorp. Let's see who else. Rodney Jones, Business Plans Plus, will be there all day at the well. And Rick, I met this gentleman at 5508 some time ago, Jim Webb of the Web Store. Shout out to Carrie Williams for, I think he saw our article, or actually the TV interview, and Carrie disseminated some information too. And he's interested, Dr. Sally Stone, in coming to support us as well. So what to expect? Well, you're going to hear from those experts and you'll be able to ask questions. So please go to the website. Ricky will attach the website, P31, Power 31. You can still register for the Lunch and Learn, and then come back and join us, or do like us, spend the whole day at the well. For those of us who will be there all day, Sally has space for us where we can still work in between 2 and 6. She has a conference room available. She has Wi-Fi available. Rick, if you had a couple of outfits and you wanted to push them, no, Rick, you will be okay, because once you set up, your station will stay set up.
Mhm.
We can go and support. No, we would have already had lunch. I was going to say, when we go over there, we always go and support a Black-owned business and eat with them as well. But this will be a chance for us to continue the collaboration from 2 till about 5:30. I asked Rick to come on the show today, Dr. Sally Stone, to give us a glimpse. I don't know if he's going to be able to do a panoramic view and let us see what Ricardo's menswear look like at West Shore Mall.
My.
But to have a Black business at one of the biggest malls in the Tampa Bay area speaks volumes. And he has a colleague that's there. Rick, did you talk to Sis? Actually, Sus, S-U-S.
Hold on just a second. So I'm going to do it this way. So
love it.
I'm trying to see if I can, I don't think I can flip my camera. So we're going to just walk.
Oh, back up, Rick. Did that say Jay Ricardo's?
No, it just says Ricardo's.
Oh, that's not, it was just Ricardo's. Okay, just double checking.
So no, no name.
West Shore Mall. That's beautiful. Oh shoot, Rick, you got customers.
That's okay.
He owned the place.
That's a good thing. Love it, love it, love it.
You said it before I could. So this is
love it, love it. It is absolutely beautiful.
Wow, I need to bring my husband there. I see him all in there. He and Kevin McCree talk a lot about style and suits. I definitely.
Kelvin is here a lot.
Yes.
Now, listen, Dr. Sally Stone, you also met the engineer of our show, the owner of Ntouch News, Daryl Johnson.
Yes.
He could have very well, when he came to the well last year, had on a suit from Ricardo's.
Probably did.
Very distinctive, very classic, very just speaks volumes. I love it.
Awesome. Well, we are definitely hoping that Daryl can come and join us. Rick is going to bring just a snippet of what from shoes to bow ties, to cufflinks.
My husband is a bow tie fan.
Oh, I see sunshades back there.
So your husband will love.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Just check out what he has on.
Well, I'm glad y'all can't see the bottom half. No. They lose.
Rick, let you get back to your station, but do share your excitement and what the folk can expect. They've gotten a glimpse, and to all of those who are listening, please share our video. We want you to see the caliber of people that's coming to talk to you about your business. And as Gary Hartfield said, whether you are starting a business or you are an established business, leveraging your credit is still important, because for those who made it through the pandemic, knowing people like we're bringing to you a week from today will help you. Rodney has a plan in his business plan, Rick, that tells you how to survive during a pandemic.
Right.
We may have attended those workshops and seminars before, but didn't really give any thought to it until you were living in one yourself.
Correct.
Important information. And if you're not a business owner, you're thinking about becoming a business owner, come and join us. If you know of a person that's a business owner, invite them to come and join us. Or you come and share the information with business owners that you know. So Rick, let me know if you're ready to come back, because I see you've got customers in your store.
Well, no, that's one of my regular customers.
Well, thank you, regular customer.
He's in a black suit. So we pick him our top of the line black suit. But one of the things that Dr. Sally, one of the reasons I knew about you beforehand is that we were trying to put a Ricardo's in Lakeland. We still are. And so it
needs one.
It does. It does. We were trying to be right across from the park, next to Black and Blue, but they had but that didn't work out. And then we looked at a couple of other places because I really wanted the old Nathan's when I found out they were closing.
Right on the corner, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but one of the things I believe that in God's own timing, all things happen. So it's just a matter of waiting on Him until the time is right. But I'm excited about being back over there because I have a constituency in Lakeland. One of my realtors that I work with, Brandon Geigner. Brandon, he's an honorary soul brother. and we've done his wedding. I do, when he needs an outfit, I'm there. And he keeps saying, I can't wait until there's a Ricardo's in my back door.
Oh, look at here.
So, well, make sure you invite him to come.
That information is key and vital, because when you know, then you may be sitting in a room where you get a piece of information that you can share. So that's why it's even important to know what other businesses and entrepreneurs, what they're about and what they're doing.
Exactly. So we're excited about that. And
so make sure you invite them all and let them know. Let them know that you will be at the well. And who knows, by the time this is all over with, you may have a window at the well for future events anyway.
Come on now.
That's how Dr. Sally and Mario
Yes, ma'am.
So, Doc, we will gladly help you from a fundraiser standpoint. We can always do a fashion show there.
I'm already there. I was just waiting for you to even give me an inch to say that grain. Listen, I
always say it's not the size of your seed; it's what you do with it.
Ooh, absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's a great point, because we will be working with Dr. Sally. We're coming back in November for Small Business Saturday, for Small Saturday, Shop Small Saturday, and that will be a great opportunity. You'll have to probably have 2 Ricardo's on that Saturday, because Sally is looking to close down the block. It's going to be a block party.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that, because I know y'all like to do what y'all do on what is the first Friday? Is it first Thursday?
First Friday.
First Friday. Yeah. Right. We've been trying to get over there for that, but normally on Friday nights I'm here trying to make the last little bit of money.
But you know what? There's always an overflow opportunity. And sometimes it's the overflow when they end up about 6:37, and then the overflow sets in, and then there's a whole lot of stuff that happen in the overflow.
Oh yeah, okay.
When you know.
Yes, you.
Sounds like you got to be there for the overflow.
That's right.
So let's see, the podcast, we talked about that. Dr. Sally Stone made her personal invitation, inviting all to come and join. And please come and support. Bring your $31+ and come and support our Black-owned businesses.
A lot of 31.
We're producing a list of those who can't come. Not everybody can be at the well, but they can go and register. They can register to be a vendor, and we will shout out their website, and people can go and shop at their website. So we've got a few minutes left. I'm going to shout out. You guys are going to do the same thing. I'll kick it off. My earrings, Black on, are from Queen's Vision African Apparel. My necklace, Dr. Sally Stone, one of your colleagues, she was at our event with paparazzi. Last, for the women's, we did a Women's History Month event. My outfit, you probably can't see most of it, is also from Queen's Vision African Apparel. My bracelet is from an event at Rebirth Baptist Church Park. They did Juneteenth last year. And you remember, Ricardo, Marcus. Marcus was about 12. And Dr. Sally Stone, he started his own business. He used to do books, used to sell books. Now him and his sister are designing beautiful.
Oh, wow.
I love my black leather bracelets. And I got this at at the Juneteenth event. And that's what's so important about us supporting our Black-owned businesses. It doesn't take much.
Nope. It really doesn't.
Dr. Sally, who would you like to shout out before we end our show?
All right, Cheryl.
Would you like to go first? Because he may have to go.
Well, I do.
Rick?
Okay, well, let's see.
Ricardo's.
The suit is from Ricardo's. The whole outfit is from Ricardo's.
It's Ricardo's.
It's all Ricardo's.
Yes, sir.
And, you know, so, but also there are businesses in this mall that are Black owned. International Cuts.
Yes.
He's also my cousin. There is Switching Up
Styles
with Catilia Yorker. And there's one more that just came in. Oh, I can't think of their names right now, but at the same time, and there are several other businesses that are geared towards our community, including Urban Native, the Collective. So, you know, come to West Shore. West Shore is not a dead mall. I'm gonna say that. It's not a dead mall. It's not a dying mall. And still come here and still shop, because if it had not been for West Shore, I wouldn't have the opportunity I do. So I thank Larry and his team, Pam, and all of those people who support me on a daily basis here at West Shore. So we thank my wonderful assistant who takes care of the folks. You saw her in the background, Miss Inez, who is also a designer and an alterations person. So
thank you, Miss Inez. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you. We'll see you a week from today.
Okay. Take care now. I look forward to
Yes.
All right. Final thoughts, your fave, Dr. Sally, and then final thoughts.
I mean, I do want to do a couple of shout outs. I
Yes.
definitely want to shout out Tresses of Essence, Miss Kathy. She has been my loctician for a long while, and I appreciate her because she always keeps my coifs well done. And then there are several individuals or businesses. Katoya Everett with Elite Clean. She is our commercial clean for the well.
Awesome.
And so she just came on board to take care of us and has already done an excellent job. We just joined partnerships with SNS Security, who has become a part of our well team, so we can make sure everybody's safe. And that's Smith. We appreciate him. And there are quite a number of businesses, and I could shout them all out, but I just wanted to shout out some of our artisans, Kent McAllister, who is working on an amazing mural called the Mini Mural Project. And hopefully people will see that when they came on board. Kent McAllister is a middle school art teacher who did the mural on the front of our building. Beautiful. And now is involved in an art project that's across from our building. He, along with Sam Butler, who is the son of Robert Butler, one of the original highwaymen. And if you are not familiar with that story of 126 minority Black, Google it. It is an amazing. And so they have done a mural that speaks to the heart of our community. And I'm excited for people to see more of that and the arts, and certainly want to just acknowledge some of those that are in our building and small businesses. And I could go on and on, so I won't, but I invite you to come out and meet them on next Wednesday. It's gonna be phenomenal. We're going to live stream it. It will not just be one camera, but we're going to do a live switched event, because we don't talk much about Well Done Events, but that's our multimedia production company, and Printwell, which is our printing and promotional printing piece of the Well Done Development family. So just so many things. Yes.
You're one-stop shop. And Ricky, if you're able to put the flyer up for the B2B networking event, there's a picture of the mural that's outside of
That's
the
right.
well. And we purposely used that image so that people could see that. So that's a part of our promo flyer. It's
It
come
just
to
gets
the end
better.
of our show.
Yeah.
We want to take this opportunity to again say thank you to Mr. Gary Hartfield, All Heart Foundation, Serenity. He has Serenity Insurance, Serenity Village, as well as the refinery, the event that he's putting on next week, actually the day before our event, leveraging the power of credit. And definitely check your calendar, Dr. Sally Stone, to see if you're going to be available for his September event
I would
on
love to.
mental,
I already know that
mental wellness, breaking the stigma. And that's okay, because we're inviting 2 people and we will fill your seat.
Yeah, well, but we are gonna, for the first time, going to the Florida Business Incubators Conference.
Awesome.
Yeah, Mario and I will be attending that. We are part of that organization, the Florida Business Incubators group, and it's a group of businesses, entrepreneurial support organizations like the Well, and it's all about seeing what resources are out there so that we can bring them to the table. If it were not for
awesome.
that, I would truly
No,
be there.
that's where you need to be.
That's right.
And that's important. That's very, very important. We are super excited for what's getting ready to happen. We're excited about next week, the B2B Blender. For those who are interested, you can still, we'll have the link attached. You can click on the link. We want you to register just so that we can make preparations. We have Ambassador Suites coming there. You'll find out very soon. They'll be posting there. I am a registered Power 31 vendor, and I will be at the well. Matter of fact, the hashtag is meet me at the well. Like our hashtag says meet us at the well on August the 30th as we culminate National Black Business Month. I'm sure the founders will be excited to know whatever small way we're able to keep their vision alive, because National Black Business Month is now celebrated in over 30 states and 300 plus libraries. And that's amazing.
More
so
to
we'll
come.
do our part.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, DJ CEO. Hopefully you can come and meet us at the well on August the 30th. We appreciate your support. We'll hear more about MetCore. They'll have a representative there. And then MetCore is coming up. Ricky, if you would attach their flyer to our thank you post next month as well. See, there it is. September the 28th and the 29th. Thank you, Dr. Sally Stone. We'll see you at the well, where lives are being changed. But today, this show, Let's Talk Business, and to all who watched and shared our posts, thank you. This show